These men you see here giving a gymnastic display are all members of the Army Physical Training Corps. Gives you some idea of what you can do when you're fit.
Wow. Wait a moment, Staff. We're not going to have to do that sort of thing, are we?
Not unless you're good enough. Now, these men are at the peak of their physical fitness. Our job as physical training instructors is to get you toughened up. A process that'll continue throughout your basic Army training, so that by the end of it, you'll be fit to fight.
I don't reckon I'll need much training. I trained as a boxer in Civvy Street. I'm fit to fight, all right. Even if I can't go over a thing like that head first. What's it got to do with fighting?
Look, sometimes the things you have to do in war need far more energy than going over that horse. I happen to know. I've done both. Here you are. Now perhaps you can see the similarity. And they're in full kit, too. You can compare your training to that of a rowing 8. The crew is trained in stages, taking the easy stuff first and learning to work in unison as a team. And remember, a team is only as strong as its weakest link. Now, you'll be trained to work as part of a team, and your boxing training, Collins, useful though it is, isn't going to help you much there. We can't afford to have any weak links in the Army. But there's one special point to note about the boat crew's training. They've been worked up to a peak of efficiency to meet one brief, glorious effort, the race. Afterwards, they can collapse, relax, or go to sleep like any other athlete once he's passed the winning post, his destination. But not you, Collins, not any soldier. You've got to be ready to fight after you've reached your destination. And look at this. Here's an Army team. It might be on a machine gun or on a mortar. Each man knows his job. Each has been trained as a member of the team. Each has been trained to be physically fit, to enable him to get there and to fight once he has got there. After all, it's no good them going through all this if the chap carrying the ammunition hasn't kept up with them. Is it, Collins?
You've got a point there, Staff.
And it's no good doing all this if you're too flaked out to shoot straight. Right, so you're going to learn to work as a team. You'll be trained to a stage of physical fitness that allows you to enjoy life and to reach the peak of efficiency quickly, whenever the need should arise. But before you can do anything like that, we've got to build up your physical strength, bit by bit. It can't be rushed. Now, here's the sort of thing you'll be doing during your training as a recruit.
I've been doing that for years, Staff.
Oh, that's good. Then you'll no doubt do it very well, Collins, for a few more years.
Stride jumping, arm facing sideways, with me, jet. As, halt! A stride for breathing exercise, ready.
Those men in the striped jerseys are unit instructors. You'll meet them during your basic training and later with your regiment, working under men like me. Corps instructors from the Army Physical Training Corps.
Oh, he's not so hard on the end there, is he?
Don't laugh. It might be you, Collins. It's up to the unit instructor to find out what's wrong and help him.
That's a good one. When do we do that?
After about 3 weeks. It's all part of the program, building up your muscles stage by stage. It's playing games that develops a sense of teamwork and that will to win that's needed in war. After 5 weeks, you'll be tested to see how you're getting on. By then, you'll have learnt the right way to climb a rope and have developed enough of the right muscles to do it. You'll never be asked to do anything that you're not ready for. Well, that's an instructor from the Army Physical Training Corps taking the test.
Pass.
Incidentally, Collins, he's a boxer too.
Will I be allowed to box in the Army?
Of course. It's encouraged by every unit.
Begin.
Good-o. Well, there's that chap again. He's no good, is he?
He's probably got weak abdominal muscles. Nothing that special training won't put right. Now, that's what these tests are for, to indicate those that need individual training of one sort or another. After 9 weeks, you should all be able to vault over a box like this. Have learnt to coordinate and control the muscles of your body and be supple and easy with exercises like this. Final tests come at the end of your basic training. By then, you should be able to do a running long jump of 12 feet and be able to march 5 miles in an hour. So far, remember, the object has been to improve your general physique. And once you join your regiment, you'll find there are other exercises to suit your particular job. Now, here's one for the infantry. Strengthening the muscles in the hands, wrists and arms so that they can hold a rifle really steady. This team is handling an anti-tank weapon called a MOBAT. They need strength in their back and abdominal muscles, as well as in their arms. Exercises for the Royal Artillery are designed for this. You see, the Army Physical Training Corps has studied every job in the Army and devised special training programs to suit each one. Oh, talking of the gunners, here they are, exercising with a log.
That log looks pretty heavy.
That's a fairly light one, probably only 100 pounds, but they go up to 160.
Huh, just a light one. 1, 2, heave. 1, 2, heave. Come on, put your backs into it.
Oh, now this should be useful to a chap in the signals.
Is that how they fix a telephone line on top?
Well, they could if they had to, but it's all good training. Anyone might have to shin up a tree or a pole. And now to training in battle order.
Tell me, Staff, do we learn to climb walls on those battle course things?
Obstacle course, that's what we call it nowadays, but it's just as tough. As you saw, the instructor goes first to show you how. We don't want you to break your necks at this stage.
Ah, that comes later.
It might, if we didn't take care of you and work you up to this standard of physical fitness in the gym first. Whether it's climbing, running, jumping, or keeping balance, your muscles have been trained to cope. You should be ready to tackle anything. Now, there's one other type of obstacle course you'll come across. The kind that makes use of natural obstacles, known as confidence areas. Things like treetop walks, scrambling nets, monkey bridges and so on are all designed to develop your mental alertness and to give you confidence in your physical ability. They'll help you to overcome any fear for heights, as well as encouraging you to use your initiative in tackling them. Physical fitness is no good on its own. You've got to have the confidence to make use of it. One of the most interesting devices is the aerial ropeway. On this, you can travel 100 yards through the air before landing on the ground. It also gives the trainee paratrooper that first confidence he needs to jump into space.
Oh, I'd like a go on that.
All in good time. Now, Collins, the Army encourages everyone to take an interest in sport. Besides helping to keep you fit, most sports foster that team spirit that we need so much. But of course, there aren't many sports that develop all your muscles, and we need every man fit in every muscle, which is why we go in for progressive physical training. Anyway, Collins, you train for a specific belt, don't you?
Suppose so.
Well, of course you do. Now, here's another advantage of sports. It goes for boxing and rugby in particular. Now, doesn't that suggest a technique? Yes, close combat. And if you're not fit, you don't stand a chance. There are no rules, only advice, practice. And may the best man win. Oh, and don't forget, physical fitness can go a long way towards promotion in the Army.
I'd like to do that, I think.
Then put all you can into your basic PT. It's the best grounding there is.
There's a fair bit of grounding there, too.
All these things go to make life more interesting. And they're all possible once you're proficient at PT. Physical fitness and mental alertness enables us to spot the natural leaders, especially on adventure training courses.
Put me down for that.
Easy, lad. Sometimes it's tougher than this. It's not all just paddling along in the sunshine. You might have to swim a river with all your equipment, and that's not easy, I can tell you. And then again, what about a spot of mountaineering? You ever tried that?
What, in my state of health?
You're learning, Collins. Now, these men went through the same basic training that you're about to start. They excelled. Not all of us can carry a man down a cliff face on our backs, but for every man in the Army under 35, there's an annual test in which you have to carry a man your own weight for 200 yards along the straight in 2 minutes flat. Another test is to run 2 miles in 18 minutes. Oh, I know it's not quite up to Olympic standards, but unless you keep up with your PT, you'll find it takes some doing. You must be fit enough to be brought up to battle pitch in a very short time. And this applies particularly to paratroops, who might find themselves in action at very short notice. But whatever arm of the service you're in, physical effort and endurance will be required. Now, you take the Royal Engineers as an example. Apart from other things, they've got to build bridges, and the sections for these are pretty heavy. On occasion, when they have to be built by hand, the men have got to put their backs into it in a big way. This is a good example of how you've got to work together as a team. The engineers aren't the only people to handle heavy equipment. In the Royal Armoured Corps, maintaining a tank can be heavy work. Now, each of these trapdoors over the gearbox weighs a couple of hundredweight. There's a knack in it, of course, as there is in all physical effort, but it still weighs 200 weight. Again, if a tank gets bogged down, it's up to REME, the Royal Electrical and Mechanical Engineers, to get it out. Although most of the heavy work is done by a recovery vehicle, getting it all ready means hard work for the men, too. In every corps, physical training is the necessary preparation for this sort of thing. Here's one of the tasks performed by the Royal Army Service Corps, supplying troops in battle by air. This requires teamwork, alertness, and a perfect sense of timing. Don't forget that under battle conditions, you've got to keep going for long periods at a time, and all efforts begin to add up till it's stamina and endurance that count.
Suppose you're right.
Well, sometimes even the actual techniques learnt in the gym can be applied in the field. Now, these are members of the Royal Army Medical Corps, applying their lessons in rope climbing.
They've got to have a head for heights.
If they've been trained properly, they'll have gained that on a confidence area.
The Army thinks of everything.
We try to. You take, for example, the Special Air Service. They carry up to 90 pounds of ammunition and supplies. They've got to be prepared, every one of them, for close combat and for long forced marches in difficult country. But remember, they were exactly the same as you when they joined. They happened to show particular aptitude. And, of course, they're all volunteers.
You know, Staff, you've almost sold me on this PT business.
Good. Your life may depend on how quickly you can think and act, and how strong you are in muscle and mind. Field Marshal Lord Wavell said, "For the good soldier, toughness and endurance come first, even before skill at arms." And Field Marshal Viscount Montgomery, "The soldier must at all times be physically and mentally fit to answer the calls on the army in many parts of the world, and he cannot be mentally fit unless he is first physically fit." In other words, you've got to be fit to fight and to go on fighting until the enemy is destroyed.